Hi everyone, I'm Maverick. I'm a 27-year-old graduate with a degree with honours in computer games development. With that, I have decided to start creating reviews of video games. Don't worry, I will never spoil the game in terms of story or its ending. Where's the fun in getting a review in a game if it takes the surprise or journey out of the game? There will be a basic structure to the reviews. Firstly, I will give an introduction into what I'll be reviewing to get the viewers in the mindset of the time of the game's release. This will help to see the game in its time in comparison to other games, as well as its competition to see it from the perspective of its time, to give an objective look at the game. After the introduction, we'll dive into the plot of the game, or the objective of the game, depending on what it is. This will give a basic understanding to what the game is and to see the game beyond the first 5 minutes, to pique the interest of the viewers as well as to give a good understanding of how the game plays, a basic introduction to the game's narrative and mechanics. Now the reviews will follow a simple scoring system, where each of the categories will get a number between 0 and 10, 10 being the highest and 0 being the lowest. Leading on from the basic description, we'll look at the narrative of the game. Every game has a narrative that takes the user from point A to point B, so on, to the end of the game. The depth of the narrative isn't essentially important, as it is quality over quantity. Essentially, how it executes in terms of the game's type, originality, and impact to the player. The second category is the graphics and/or animation. Now this is a look at the graphics and animation at its time mostly, rather than comparing it to now. This will be by looking at the games that came out at its time, how it works with the narrative, as well as the hardware capabilities and what new techniques they brought to the games industry, as well as how the graphics have stood the test of time. Thirdly, we'll look at the game's music and sounds. This is a look at the sound effects and the music's effectiveness at portraying the key parts of the narrative, sound effects use, and any major sound developments that helped advance audio in gaming. The final category is one of the major aspects of any game, is the mechanics. This is where we'll look at what a game does well, does okay, and not so well in terms of its game mechanics. Do they work well? Do they hinder the game? Did it introduce the mechanics for later games by being ahead of its time? We'll look at a wide range of mechanic points when reviewing these games. Now once we have looked at each category, I'll rate each one briefly with some key points and give it a general score, with some closing points and some comments for the game. If you would like to see a review of a game, please comment on any of the videos or send me a message. First review will be soon, so keep an eye on the channel. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy what's to come.